cane.
Get back!
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands! Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Stand still!
Phoenix. Are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
Can you go on?
I think so. But to where?
What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
never led astray by your blind resolve.
Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate, however much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
We don't have to do this. Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty. Rise with us. Let's try. In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you lacking. All this fire and fury, and for what? Stopping the blight. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man.
How dare you?
You know naught of this world nor of our place in it. If our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods. Let's try. Defend yourself. I have seen enough. If reason cannot sway you, there are other means of persuasion that might. Cast off your chains. And thus is the light of hope severed. You would yield so soon.
Never.
Clive!
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos, you wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation! And abandon everything we hold dear!
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours. And not your gods!
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try. Don't look back! I hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice, where it led. We need only wait till dawn. This is the second time Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for, of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so alone. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself? I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving, provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is. This burden, I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me. If I'm to continue on, having pledged my life to those I love, then I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill. We will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other. That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last Mother Crystal.
The Einherjar is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Mid says Odin split the sea, but as tall.
I struggle to believe.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherjar, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows it. We're to join him there when we're ready to sell.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun.
Show me a city where that is.
We're running out. We've done up still.
should visit Joshua. Assuming Ty will...
How are you doing? Quick look. Always something in there.
The bad news about well,
and the
story.
I won't let that...
Didn't
does...
you?
No.
Yeah.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me.
Don't tell me we've run out of papio nuts and all.
Yep. I'm saying for you, dear. No scratches, right? That it? Fine.
tried Molly's lemon tarts?
I've never had anything so delicious.
Canva lost. It can't be true.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for our lesson today?
What a wonderful idea, Jocelyn. Let's do just that.
With Canva in the hands of Akashic,
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy. Oh, so.
You've got a couple of examples in
More for so
that. There's animal.
How was she? The Enterprise, I mean.
So, she don't need sails or oars, but she's still the fastest ship on the sea.
where are you?
Can I?
I'm looking.
I'm afraid.
What's this? Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
Lord Rosfield, is there aught that have lived, even in a of if
all right.
I
What is it this time?
Nothing. I find that.
What's happened?
Don't I know.
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our into the talks with no. And
But I thought we.
if this you it's
Well, for meeting.
You.
All right. To Randalar, then. Better not keep Eloise waiting.
I'm afraid they our life back.
How could I oh.
What's the difference between a lord and a mayor?
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. You're not anything. Or leave.
If those ne'er-do-wells want to band together, let them. There'll be no match for us.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia. That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off!
To me, Blades! Now, Toggle! I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you? Ah, I see the bandits. No, what? There's something. If you're...
And now...
Boy.
Look. All lie.
What we can... you make that look out.
Lubor, I can't...
Why do they always have to make such a fuss outside?
You all along.
Forgive me for disturbing you, but...
I've seen...
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad...
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side? But
you will...
And now, I know what that is. For
forget.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Right then. I have packing to do. If it...
I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
When are they gonna let us through?
Ready, go? Yeah! You deserve a rest. I hope I didn't keep you waiting, did you?
You wish to consult.
I
we
no, and
my sit.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
as am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right. The Silver Peak Consortium,
Hello. Word from Cashlock. The village is under a pack of things.
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming. Let's go. Time to fight. That'll do, girl. Where's Theodore?
Up, he...
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia. Where are you, Theo? Damn it. It's too thick. These creatures have already turned. Slow. Nice try. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy. Now, Torgal! Torgal, kill! Now, Torgal! Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore! Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you!
Take care of my sister.
Theodore, wait.
Goodbye, Elle.
Thank you, Clive.
That was true bravery he showed. His first instinct was always to protect people.
And now he's gone, because I sent him to that place.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own.
To live my own life. He never could come to terms with the truth.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you...
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the... And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I stuck a late bloomer. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awoke. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care before they could.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of... But he said just...
But I have never regretted that being with my brother meant more to me than tradition. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night, and the choice I made, and the fact that he was never a burden. If anything,
You weren't, Eloise. That he had always been grateful to you, and that he won't know you, and you always would.
You're right. All I ever wanted here was so we could be... Oh, Theo. Why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on. But I'm staying here at the Crimson. We can make a difference here. We can help people. I need nothing more from life than... So I'll carry on doing what we do. and bringing smiles to... And let's go on together, then. For Theodore.
Ready, go? Yeah! I'll need to deal with these ones first. To find this spherical echo. This is it. Right then. Just two more to find. So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
If you can swing a hammer.
Clyde. Most told.
Well. Right. Okay. Right.
Blackthorn.
Don't.
If else you. Under.
What? You could.
Yes.
You,
We can't have.
Right. Oh.
I'm cashing on.
How,
No.
good.
I'm prepared to fight.
Well, let's just get. No.
The plums. You them. Take.
Leave and.
All right. Which one of you's first? Apparently not. Not getting past me. The question is, did I miss any?
Man alive! As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding...
Only all?
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall, but we got...
Good.
In...
And
as me,
with as for you, Black, that's twice you've turned up when Dravos needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And
it's not about the craft. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills. The average castle apprentice has come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravos. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same...
That's a kind offer. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them but that doesn't mean I just...
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid, I've got something for you.
And this is?
A token of but designs for a certain sword have been passed down from...
Now hold on, Zol. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the... I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry, and they're not just for...
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravos in the first? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongue between the two of us. I'd say we're the equal of any mastercraft.
Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the hideaway, would you?
As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get you to...
Ready, go? Yeah! No mistakes. Straight home now. Oh no. You'll pay for this. There may still be survivors. Whatever that thing is, say it's their leader. It's over. Should have stayed in the past. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not? We are archaeologians. Thanks to them, and to you. We were, for a mercy,
You call that? Your brothers might still be alive. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying.
We are charged with a duty of the highest import.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, and on now. To what do we owe the honor of your
Cyril told me of your work here.
I see. May the firebirds fly.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another. But for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
Ah.
Here.
My thanks. I shall study them and inform you.
Cyril, your survey losses which could have been avoided. Had the others not chosen to complete, were these your orders?
No. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix.
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is the Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations. And we live to serve the Phoenix. Our very order.
Cyril, I know that you and your... But allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers provide your survey parties with an escort. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but please, For all our sakes.
I thank you. If you will permit me to respond. Our faith in his grace, and we of the Undying, will do what we as first shield to the Phoenix. I am sure you understand.
I do.
Then we are of the same mind.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago. Those things I said before about not being able to fight.
Oh, my wards and I may soon be with.
What's happened?
The High Card, not he's all.
He would.
The would and.
I'll see what I
thank you.
Tell me in the or I may have met this dude before at the remembrance ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You're the...
No,
wait.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his... And I shall see... But tell me, is it wealth that...
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your...
Ah, you are worried the expanded garrison will rent... Yet you needn't be. The proud fighting man... Pride, but what it be... With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we...
Should they?
That is...
The common folk have let you...
I'll come back later. The citizen... Oh, let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
Why?
What do you...
What?
I heard the dame got an eye concert with the Mallows.
Just... Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers? Good girl. Time to fight. Enough of you, are there? Thanks, Gal. Down. One to go.
There were ghosts at the gates, not days.
You need... Fret. The creatures have been dealt with.
Those things I said before about not being able to fight.
It's not that thing. And
You're on the... What? This has
As long as you remain, the veil will see to your needs.
You are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing.
I hear the... Oh, look, what? Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
Thank you. Thank.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that.
Wait. Where they...
So I need this, and
I had a thing.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in.
I told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
But why?
Because I realized what really mattered. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters, but I'm certain they're not finished. And when they do come back, we need to stand together. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you...
Indeed.
All of us. That has always been Northreach's best hope. We have only to turn our attentions to the truth. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me...
Anything for you, Miller. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few? I fear His Eminence has loftier
Not at all.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for Northreach, especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, but I...
Ready, go? Run like the wind. Village has turned. No need to ride from here. That's all of them. No one can uncross his toe. Laura should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
But if he aids it, so.
All right.
Thanks. There.
Gizal greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're just about...
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with it. I'll go up there and show him my...
I'm sure you...
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, it don't mean we have to. Now,
Nearly
take the
done.
stall set out.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Oh, 1,000 Akashic jaws couldn't hurt me. I'm the son of Rosaria, after all. A born survivor.
I've got greens of all
Looking for
shapes and
shelter,
sizes.
are you?
Colours
Come on inside. I'll introduce you tomorrow.
The world seems to be changing so fast lately I can hardly keep up. But what I do know is that there's more bad news than good. You can tell that just by looking at people's faces.
What are you after? Much obliged. There you go. That all, is it?
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid?
You. I heard you were out here on your own, tracking our slaver. No. Let's go. Fly aboard.
We've waited long enough. She's not coming.
Back to civilization, is it?
With all haste. It appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try. It's over! So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I surrender.
Cid.
Ah, Doris. You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished, but casting your lot with this criminal of...
Better fighting for a cause. I'm sorry, Cid. I should have... This woman... She raised me like a daughter. And I did.
It wasn't all terrible. You were always so eager to learn, but you proved yourself a master of both. That's why... How about it, my little dagger?
I never swore my blade to you, not to liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, Master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
What do you want to do with...
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. And she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial...
All right.
I am. And thank you.
Welcome back, Cid. Doris's message with... Oh, she can't... anyway. Keep...
Tell me we've run out of happy nuts and all.
We were just about... It's funny. You remember Camille? We'll be using his the steel and the final flourish will be a tea. Now, save that right to the... Well, bugger me. The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long. We reckon with those items.
That's a weapon I'd like to see.
I was hoping you'd... One good at that. Sang Fordian, dear. That it? Fine. Trouble with your gear, or... I never fought with that. Sang Fordian, dear. That it? Fine.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts? I've never had anything so delicious.
I should be so lucky. They're all in Tet's belly before they've even had time to cool.
Canva lost. It can't be true.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for our lesson today?
What a wonderful idea, Jocelyn. Let's do just that.
How was she? The Enterprise, I mean.
Ah. Good.
Oh.
May I... The Telemon! She's a beauty.
You have this spot.
Sam.
Can't think of it. What?
Oh.
Guardian's saying we're supposed to...
Ah, what... These are marks at that. These bear... Not... It's... Unfortunate.
They're coming, Sir Wade.
Tagat... Yeah.
The Horde.
We... No. You mean... You're right. My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter. To serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool!
For Eastpool!
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking,
Thanks to you.
Me?
All right, Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our with
I please.
Ha! And let you... Sir. Then you know what we work, eat for. We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too, then, eh?
The calm before the storm.
it comes. I will not let this village fall. Looks like that's the last of...
Lord Rossfield!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. And Akashic curls.
Or the better half of it.
So hard I know you.
I'll join.
It may the...
Next one's mine.
There it is. With me, Torgal. All right. Back to East.
Lord Rosfield.
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. We were able to eradicate the rest. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch. I hesitate to say it, but...
I think it might.
We saved East... Thank you, my friends.
No, Sir Wade. You brought us together. Showed us what...
We never had nothing to call our own before. But now we do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved, but there's no doubt in my mind we're free men now. We have to fight to protect what's ours.
And we shall.
Build itself.
They're not slaves anymore.
No. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he was still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call myself an East Poolian if I didn't pull.
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud, all this. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course. And I, because Rosarians have got to stick together.
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds.
All right.
Lord Rosfield, do you remember clearing the goblins from the Stillwind? There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came. Not only
I did.
And take.
Thank you, Ma.
So, and
well,
though you'd bet. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying. Founder knows what me. And before I knew it, told me I was giving them relief. Got right under my And do you know what he did? And then I did the same.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same, just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like.
Suppose you're right. And if we don't manage it, good thing we've got a few half-decent... It's almost enough. Anyway, I'd better get back to the least the folks who say...
That sounds like...
covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised? All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnab. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just... I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps... perhaps the prince feels the same.
What is this place?
Don't move. Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place.
I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to it?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we have to.
Then we must find...
The Professor!
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness.
I do.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearers?
None of the stalls were... At this time, thanks be to Gilbert.
How the hell did that bastard get... Desert Gate. Where were the guard?
All right. Run like the wind. That'll do, girl. All right. Faster! No holding back. Stay close, Torvald. Should have picked on someone your own size. After it. Don't feel good, boy.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
I still
say it were a compliment.
Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take but Barnabas Tham, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldemark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back?
Picked you up from... But
Well, probably.
How do you split the sea?
Please, Your Grace. Ah, my Lord Marquis.
Yote, is anything the matter?
My lord, yes. It's your brother. Though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each...
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted.
But
His Grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to... So I consulted with Talia, and thankfully a recipe was found. The only problem being that and our supplies, unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will My lord, I know that I have no right to...
For Joshua, anything.
Thank you.
So,
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether... We discover the search continue.
So it's only that you can't reach it. The stonerwort itself...
Well...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But...
You've yet to find another source, correct? Besides, I'm a dominant.
Well... Stonerwort is easily identified by... I shall remain...
run like the wind. Time to fight. Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our stone wart. Yote mentioned blood red petals. Just my luck. I won't be picking anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. Right. That should do it. Let's get the... Yote.
Yes, I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another...
I'm very glad to.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of...
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of your...
I'll keep that in mind.